All right, so we're going to review the epic items. We just did the heroics. We're going to be doing the epic here. So to kick us off, we have the Poison Clasp. This has Transmutation Focus, Conjuration Focus, Insightful Nullification, and Quality Nullification. So it's got Transmutation and Conjuration, and it has Nullification. Nullification now adds Poison Spell Power, by the way, for something that I don't know. I don't know anything about Poison Spell Power. Couldn't tell you what it's about. But what I can tell you is that Conjuration and Transmutation Focus are generally things that aren't used by the main Nullification spellcaster, which is the Negative Energy Undead spellcaster. So Poison Clasp, probably not the greatest for modern casters, especially since transmutation spells are pretty much unused entirely, but could fit in somewhere. It's got the Insightful and Quality Nullification, so it's not too bad. Next, we have Twisted Metal. Small shield. This is a shield bashing shield, and it's got shield bashing 15, shield spikes, bleeding, and speed 30%. This shield is amazing. This is an unbelievably good Vanguard shield. It's got a 19 to 20 times 3. This is the bee's knees. You want to be a Vanguard and you level through 20 to 30, you get the Twisted Metal shield. That's it. This item is fantastic. What does it look like? It looks like it's got spikes on it. Look at this shield. Oh, that's a shield. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a shield. Got to take off this stuff. All right. Next, we have the Black Feather Cloak. Black Feather Cloak is a feather falling, parrying, sheltering cloak. Very good physical sheltering. Really useful. Slap it on there. Got some dark feathers. Good looking cloak. This is fantastic. It's got the feather falling you need. It's got some parrying, and it's got double sheltering. Super useful item for leveling from 20 to 30. Very useful. Next, we've got the Focal Point Shield. This is a tank shield, clearly because it's got threat and insightful threat. On top of that, it has parrying and protection. However, this shield actually still has some good damage on it since it's a D10, and you can still use it as a Vanguard. So if you want more defense as a Vanguard, consider using the Focal Point, or you'd want to be using the other shield, the Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal is a better shield, but the Focal Point's still good. Next up, we have the Black Feather Boots, which is Feather Falling, Freedom, Speed, and Riposte. This is just a catch-all boots. If you don't have these for going 20 to 30, they're fantastic. Move speed, attack speed, freedom of movement, feather falling, riposte. Everything you could possibly want on a set of boots built into one. These are fantastic for leveling. You might even consider wearing these as an endgame character because of how many utility stats they give you if you don't have gem slots for freedom of movement, speed, and feather falling. Next, we have the Tower Shield, the Sworn Aegis. So for whatever reason, this one doesn't have threat on it, but it does have physical sheltering, insightful sheltering, parrying, and protection. So this shield alone, because it gives 21 armor class from shield bonus, also gives a total of, what is this? Yeah, 21 armor class, parrying armor class, and protection armor class for a total of 33. Very, very strong shield. It also does a D12, so it's even better as a Vanguard weapon. Probably better than the Focal Point because you don't want aggro, but it's pretty good. This shield, does it look cool? It's got a good look to it. And the Focal Point, can't see the Focal Point. It's got a good Mark of the Silver Flame on it, so it's pretty neat shield. Following up after this, we have the the Resonant Cloth, which has Insightful Resonance, Quality Devotion, Quality Resistance, and Insightful Dodge. Presumably, this would be some type of weird bard item where you're getting Insightful Resonance and Devotion, as well as Quality Resistance and Insightful Dodge. But Quality Resistance 1 is a really small number, so it's not too useful. Insightful Dodge 4, again, it's 4% dodge. Could be good, but as a cloak, you've got your Resonance and Devotion. It's inside bonuses, so it'll generally stack, but bards, am I right? And then we have Hector's Bracer, the buckler. We're going to throw this one on here. It's got that little buckler there, so it's got some cool animation. And on top of that, or not animation, but it looks pretty nice. It's got some detail on it. You can see like there's a carving in it. Guard breaking, parrying, protection, and quality dodge. Not too bad if you're playing as a swashbuckler. It's got the 19 to 20 times 3 damage, so it's a good shield. Good damage shield. Moving on, we have the Boots of Tranquility. These boots are completely different than the last boots, which was all about move speed and mobility, constitution, concentration, resistance, and life sealed. We haven't seen resistance as a stat on gear in a very long time, so seeing it come back is interesting. Resistance is a stat that gives you plus to all of the individual saves, whereas Ravenloft and Sharn really broken into the individual saves. This is a very useful item for leveling if you already have move speed from some other source, giving you constitution, concentration, resistance, and life sealed. So death block and all the other stats. Man, where was this on Hardcore League? Holy guacamole. Next, we have the Silver Sigil Gloves. These gloves are your ghostly. These are defensive, ghostly, lesser displacement, +3 UMD, and parrying. Just very, very useful gloves. Use Magic Device is always going to be useful. You want Ghostly and Lesser Displacement, and parrying you can't go wrong. So these are kind of nice. I'm going to put these on because I want to test out one thing quickly with the new stat sheet. If you haven't seen the new stat sheet, it's kind of cool here. You can see all your changes. This gives me Ghostly and Displacement. So in theory, if I go up to Defense, 25% Concealment and 10% Incorporeality. It actually tells you the numbers now, which is kind of cool. I don't know if this is going to change for Repromote at all. We'll see about that. All right, following up after that, we have some orbs. Orb of Flame. Fire Lore, Combustion, Insightful Combustion, Quality Magical Sheltering. Seems good. Also, this is counted as a spellcasting implement for some reason, although I'm not entirely sure why. But hey, you do fire damage? This one's pretty good. Oh my god, it's the Orb of Frost. It's exactly the same thing, except it's cold. Orb of Electricity. It's the same thing, except electric. Orb of Acid. It's the same thing, but acid. All these orbs seem like they're going to be pretty good. I'll check quickly what the model looks like, see if they're going to be powerful. It's literally an Orb of Fire. I hate that this goes here. Can I put this somewhere else? Is there any way to make this go somewhere else? There we go. Orb of Frost. Orb of Electricity. And the Orb of Acid. These orbs look phenomenal. And if you've ever wanted to glamour an orb before, these are great. Oh, man, do I like these orbs. Move this out of the way so I can put this here. Yeah, Orb of Cold. Orb of Fire. And Orb of Acid. These are phenomenal. Big fan of the look of these orbs. After the orbs, we're moving on to gloves. Hallowed Gauntlets. Hallelujah. We got turning. Guess what? Do you want to turn undead? You can do it. Put these gloves on, you can turn undead anytime you want. If you don't have these gloves on, you can't. Figure that out. Anyway, here you go. These are your turn gloves. You want to turn undead, put these on. You consider wearing them on a paladin, cleric, doesn't matter. Follow up with that. Ring of Brutal Force. Strength. Profane Well-Rounded. Profane Life Force. Profane Life Force. Profane bonus to hit points. Why? What is Profane Life Force? Why is it not just Profane False Life? Which is the stat we had before. This is just confusing. I like the idea that we're having Profane hit points as an extra way to get more hit points. I would really appreciate it if it was Profane False Life, or we changed False Life to Life Force. I don't like different things. It gets confusing because some people might not realize whether things stack or not together. So, Cool Ring, Profane Life Force, I don't know. Gossamer Gloves. So this is another set of gloves with Ghostly, Parrying, Reflex, and Insightful Dodge. Hard to say exactly where these fit in, because these have the Ghostly, but they don't have the Concealment from the other gloves. They have the Parrying, which apparently is like a thing among gloves, and the Reflex and Insightful Dodge. So like the gloves that I'm wearing right now, these are the Silver Sigil. They're very similar. They just swap out Displacement and use Magic Device instead for some Reflex and some Dodge, depending on where your saves are coming from. Next, we have the Ring of Subtle Villainy, which is like the Strength Ring, except instead of Fortitude, it has Reflex instead of Dexterity, or Strength, it has Dexterity, which is kind of cool. So it's your Dexterity Ring with Profane Life Force as well. How's it going to fit in? I'm not sure, but it's nice to have. And then we have the Fury Form Gauntlets. Melee attack speed, false life, vitality, and anger. This will increase the total number of ranges you can use. However, these additional ranges will only take effect after the wielder rests. It doesn't tell you how many ranges you can get, so that's a problem. Let's write that down. Anger. Oh. Fury Form Gloves doesn't tell you how many rages you get. Oh no, I forgot to mention. I'm just taking notes here. Profane Life Force sounds cool, but is confusing. Should be Profane False Life. This is a lot of life on these gloves. If you didn't want to use one of these other sets of gloves, whether it is the Silver Sigil or the Hallowed Gauntlets returning, very, very cool set of gloves. Follow up, we have the Braces of the Fox. Intelligence, Wizardry, Insightful Wizardry, Magical Efficiency. What else can I say? These look fantastic. This is just... You want to cast spells? Kids, do you want to cast spells? Intelligence, Wizardry, Insightful Wizardry, Magical Efficiency. Holy crap. That's a good set of bracers. But we're not done. Following up with a couple more rings. Ring of Wicked Insanity. Intelligence, Spell Saves, Profane Well-Rounded, and Profane Life Force. Very cool. I think, is each ring going to be here? Blind Devotion is a Wisdom one. Whispering Ring, nope. Crystalline Vitality, or Crystalline Vanity is the Charisma one. And is there a Constitution one? It doesn't look like it. There's no Constitution ring. So we have a Wisdom Ring with Will. Charisma ring with enchant resistance, intelligence ring with spell saves, reflex, or dexterity ring with reflex, and a strength ring with fortitude. Very, very interesting different stats here. You've also got the dark sphere, which is for negative energy, which is cool. And there is the orb of incandescence, which is the healing sphere. So there's a healing orb. It doesn't look like there is a light spell power orb, so I'm going to look at the orb of darkness. Dark sphere looks pretty cool. It's got this swirling darkness effect going on it. You can see it's kind of like these waves that are going across. And the incandescence is just offensive to look at. It's so bright. But look at all that healing spell power. Devotion, Insightful Devotion. Seems kind of good. Makes me wonder if you would use that other necklace that we started out looking at, which gives the... is it a necklace? Items in here that gives stats. Anyway, I don't know. It looks interesting. Oh yeah, the Resoneth Cloth, which is Insightful Devotion, which does not stack with this. So I don't know where you would use that. Okay, follow it up. We've got a set of bracers. Bracers of the Eagle. It's the exact same as the Intelligence bracers, but they're Charisma. And if I had to guess, bracers of the... oh, no, not these bracers. Is there a Wisdom one? Is there a Wisdom set of caster bracers? I don't see Wisdom caster bracers. So it looks like the bracers of the Eagle and the other set of bracers... Where do they go? Where do they go? Oh, yeah, and these ones, the bracers of the Fox, are the only two. It doesn't look like there's a Wisdom set of bracers, unless it's got a different effect, but we'll see. Moving along, Ring of Blind Devotion, we covered that already. Bracers, yeah, there it is, Bracers of the Owl. So they have different spell or VFX or like images, but yeah, depending on which caster you are, you can pick the right caster bracers. So there's 3 identical ones, one for each one, and you don't have to craft it, which is kind of cool. Did I put on the healing cloak to see what it looks like? Resonant Cloth, I did not. It is a see-through glowing cloak. Cool. It's got tattered at the bottom. It's kind of neat. I did not put it on. Thank you for the reminder. Next, we have the Glittering Golden Bangle, which is a wrist item, and it gives UMD, Bluff, Diversion, and Dodge. Very useful if you're not using any of the other bracers already, so that's pretty cool. We covered this ring. The Fiend Blood bracers. This is a joke. I'm skipping past this. I'm not giving that the time of day. Whispering Ring. Assassinate, Insightful Deception, Quality Accuracy, Quality Deadly. If you're playing an Assassinate character, you'll want to use something like this, especially a Sneak Attacker. This is helpful for getting your Assassinate DCs right out of the gate. Very useful item. Helm of the Dire Cult. And there's your negative amps thing. Magical Sheltering, Insightful Nullification, Quality Nullification, or Negative Healing Amp. Kind of cool. White Hood of Schemes, Bluff, Deception, Hide, and Move Silently. This is 8 Deception, which is really nice, and it gives you all the rogue stats you want. Very cool item. Now we have some trinkets coming up here. So we have the Stoneheart Trinket, which gives Insightful Constitution, Spell Saves, Spell Resistance, and Lesser Displacement. This is a cool set of item. I like the fact that it's got Spell Resistance and Spell Saves kind of linked into it. It's kind of protecting you against harmful spells, as it says, harmful spells. Now we'll change that with the Serrated Arrowhead, which has Seeker, Accuracy, Ghostly, Crippling. You're pretty much always using this on no matter which character you're playing. You're always using this weapon or this trinket, which is really cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this if you're playing any type of melee. If you're not playing a melee, you might consider using the Stoneheart or something else like this Cursed Mirror. Cursed Mirror, Illusion Focus, Necromancy Focus, Insightful Spell Pen, Quality Spell Pen. Some good spell pen. It's not too bad. Clearly a spell-focused item. Do I have any more trinkets? Nope, no more trinkets. We got another helmet, the Silver Sworn Helmet. Sheltering, Insightful Accuracy, Insightful Deadly, Protection from Evil. Cool. So, if you're playing a melee, you wear the Serrated Arrowhead for accuracy, and you wear this for Insightful Accuracy. Now you can hit all the monsters, and you don't have to worry about it. Very cool. I like that a lot. And I'm going to, before I check the belts, because we have a lot of belts, I'm going to go with goggles. 1 set of goggles, Magnifying Lens, Search Spot, Open Lock, Disable Device. Wow. Good job, guys. It's your Search Spot, Open Lock thing. This is not better than the one from Sharn. So you can get this one or the one from Sharn. They're the same. We got 2 more necklaces to check out. Necklace of Tranquility, Con 10. These are just like the boots. So if you don't want to use the boots, you can use your necklace instead. And we have the Pendant of Combat, which has melee accuracy, deadly accuracy, and combat mastery. So this is another good thing to potentially slot in somewhere. Very, very powerful necklace. Now we have 6 belts to look at. We have the belt of Death Block, Curse Resistance, and Sheltering, Magical Sheltering. We have the belt of Insightful Strength, Quality Strength, and Sheltering and False Life. We have the belt of Insightful Dexterity, Quality Dexterity, Physical Sheltering, and False Life. Very interesting. So it's like, it's got the extra Insightful and Quality stats that you want for your character, as well as Physical Sheltering and False Life. I wonder if, yeah, there's an Intelligence one. Same thing. There is a Wisdom one, and there is a Charisma one, I believe. Yes. And that is all the new gear. 10 con is low. No, that is the level, if you craft a item that is about right. A level 21 Caneth crafted is +9, so +10 is a step up for sure. Very interesting. So these are all the new items that are coming with the new expansion, or not new expansion, a new quest update. I think they all look pretty good. I like the fact that there's a lot of different moving parts in the set. I think most of the items are good. There's only a couple adjustments I would make to some of the stuff. Where is this? Is it this? Not the straight arrowhead. Where's the bracers? Yeah, the Fiend Blood bracers. These are a total joke. I think this is wrong. Wait, these look familiar, almost like you've seen these somewhere else before, but, well, with less blood. Yeah, these bracers seem terrible, and I have no idea why they even exist. But I think maybe somebody typed in the wrong stats. I don't know. So I have no idea what's going on with this. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, I think that's wrong. So now we're going to use this to try to build a character set here. So to start off, I'm an intelligence character. So we're going to slap on the intelligence, quality intelligence, physical sheltering, false life. That seems really good. Next, I want to get the bracers that give me intelligence. So we're going to go over here and pick up the intelligence, wizardry, insightful wizardry, magical sheltering. That seems really good. I want the trinket, the serrated arrowhead. That's going to give me seeker, accuracy, ghostly, and crippling. That seems kind of good. And then we're going to grab the helmet as well. That grants sheltering, insightful deadly, insightful accuracy. So I've got all the hit chance that my character possibly needs. One of the downsides of playing this character is I have no way to get acid spell power, which is unfortunate. Because there's no acid spell power items that aren't orbs. So if you're planning on being a spellcaster and you don't want to use an orb, you're kind of out of luck here. Also, there's a limit on what slots are actually being consumed. So keep that in mind. Also, the rings. I mean, you've got, this one, which is the Whispering Ring. So this gives some additional stats. And I believe that's pretty much it. I can grab one of these other ones. There's a Dexterity one, which gives reflex saves, which is not bad. I'll grab that. I don't think I took Insightful Reflexes like an idiot. As far as the gloves go, you have a couple different good options. This is obviously garbage. Get out of here. You have Anger and Melee Alacrity, which I wouldn't really want to use. Parrying, Ghostly, Duster Displacement. Those are pretty good. Then you have the Turning Gloves, which this character would not be using since I don't turn. And then you have the Life Sealed thing here. Although I have a couple different necklace options. So we're going to grab probably Melee Alacrity, Accuracy, Deadly, Combat Mastery. So now we're going to grab the Necklace of Tranquility for the extra health, Constitution, Concentration, Resistance, Life Sealed. And then I think that's pretty much all of the sets. Might as well use the goggles because I don't have anything else. And then the shoes, you don't want the Shoes of Tranquility. You'd want the Shoes of Convenient Move Speed, which are right here. Freedom of Movement, Speed, Riposte, Feather Falling. The Boots of Convenience, I will call it. As far as the cloaks, Resonant Cloth doesn't really do much for this character. This cloak gives almost nothing on as far as stats. This is the thin black cloak that I was wearing from before. So not too many different cloak options, but a lot of good offhands. There's no bad items here, except for the one. Most of the items are like pretty interesting, and they add something to your character. But that's pretty much all you get here as far as items go. Still kind of neat. Also, people are running around with their horses in place. Oh no, because we're lagging. It's interesting. Okay, cool. I want to see if I can just get my character to function quickly and do some of these new quests. So we'll see what we can do here. So that's the update stuff. You have all these crafting materials and an enchanted horseshoe. I have no idea what to do with all these, so we'll see exactly what's going on with that. Heroic Turn-In. Scepter of Combustion. Interesting. So there's more items that you can get, and you can get individual items that give you some stats. So you can get like a main hand that gives you just some basic stats if instead of you don't want an offhand. Sworn Silver Bastard Sword, so you can get a basic weapon of whatever type you want, which is very cool. And is this just all the weapons? Cool. And then the Ethereal, which has Ghost Touch. There's Ghost Touch items now that you can just get by trading in one of these tokens. I don't know how you get an Ethereal Ingot, but apparently if you get an Ethereal Ingot, you can get an Ethereal Weapon. Very cool. And I believe it's the same thing. Yep, Scepter of Combustion, so if you want to use a main hand instead of an offhand. And, bow. I can get an Epic Sworn Silver Longbow, which does Unnatural Bane, Destruction, Righteous. A lot of cool stuff. This is neat. A lot of people are waving to me. I feel famous.